Hello guys, good morning, welcome back to my channel, our channel at this point, because he features so often. We're actually parked up in Didsbury this morning. I've come for a little walk this way, grab a coffee, start our morning in the best way possible. They do a breakfast here at Gales, the overnight oats, the apple, or is it apple, berry, raspberry, whatever, almond, really delicious. So I'm gonna go in there, grab a coffee, have a little walk, and then head back home and have a bit of a housey day. I have some bits from Halara to show you. I know I mentioned in my last video that when I've been doing like a wardrobe clear out and things, that I am in need of some more like maternity style bottom halves, so I did put in an order of a few different things. I think I went for some leggings and jeans. I haven't opened parcel yet, so I'll show you those when I get home. And then I thought I could run through a few like housey updates in today's videos of like plans. I keep getting questions about like where's baby gonna go in terms of nursery, what we're gonna do with spare room. I've got a few new house purchases. I actually have something being delivered tomorrow, so depending on what time that gets here, maybe I'll continue this vlog on tomorrow as well and vlog over a couple of days. So yeah, that's our plan for today. Grab yourselves a nice drink. I think I'm gonna go for an iced latte this morning, decaf. And I hope you enjoy the rest of today's video.
Appalachian sunrise meets my skin. Even with my eyes still closed, I can feel it coming in. Golden, golden, I'll follow only golden, 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 golden things.
Anyone else's dog go mental after they get home? What have you got? Let me see. What is it? Oh, you're so aggressive. Ready? Right, Halara try on haul. Are we ready? The thing is with dressing a new figure and a new body is there's a lot of trial and error that goes on, especially at this stage when you haven't got a massive bump, but there's definitely like it's a struggle to fit into your old stuff. So pleasantly surprised with this one. I think the trick with this one as well has been that I actually already own these leggings. These are the Maternity, look how high they go, dreamy, and the black SoftlyZero leggings, which I already own many pairs of in the non-maternity, which do still fit, but these are more comfortable, so I would opt for the maternity option if you also have a bump. Fun fact, who spotted in my last, was it my last Halara haul or last couple, I'd kind of like been showing you items, trying them on, linking everything below as I always do, which same with this video, everything will be linked below along with the discount codes which you can take advantage of to get some discount. All the information will be down there, but in my last video I linked obviously the maternity option because that's actually what I was trying on, even though I didn't vocalize it, and some of you had picked up by clicking on the link that it took you to a maternity option. So that was kind of like a little golden nugget, sneak, hint as to, like unintentionally by the way, to that I was expecting a baby. So yeah, these fit lovely. I love their SoftlyZero range. It just feels so buttery soft. It's like a second skin feeling. And then some of their technology that they use with their leggings and activewear, which is kind of like the first thing that got me into Halara in the first place, is very clever. They have like a pat off technology as well in some of their items, which are great for like doggy owners, pet owners. They've got they have got more supportive options where if you prefer a bit more of a compression, figure hugging, tummy shaping option, tummy shaping, definitely not in this instance. I personally have always been more of a fan of the SoftlyZero range, where it's like that buttery soft second skin feel. And then this top I ordered in a large. I'm feeling like tops I'm probably going to have to go for larges now. These leggings are still in a medium. Wear them maternity, they fit fine. And this top is like, it's got crossback straps. Goes a bit higher at the back as well. A nice little option for maybe doing a little prenatal yoga, which I have looked into maybe joining some prenatal yoga classes nearby. So I think I might end up doing that. And this would be a good option to wear for that, or for just like a day-to-day around the house. Throw on a jumper if it's a bit colder, or a cardi, or like an overshirt. Sometimes I quite like a base layer outfit like this, where it's a bit more figure hugging on bump, and then just put a shirt over the top, like a nice linen shirt or something. So I love these so much that I decided to try a different colourway. I've gone for the brown. I do also have the chocolate brown in the cycle shorts, which are a maternity option as well. But I think that's what I linked, was the cycle shorts that I tried on were maternity. So I've got a brown in here in the cycle shorts, as well as another pair of the black, because I do wear them so much. I'm actually tempted to get another pair of these, because autumn winter, I'm a leggings girl anyway, so I feel like I'm going to wear these a lot. So I might just grab another pair so that I've got at least, you know, like one to wear once one or two are in the wash. Anyway, let me try on the brown cycle shorts so you can see the colourway on me. As with a lot of their options, they do have lots of different colour varieties with their, and also leg lengths as well, which is great for if you're a bit more of a petite girl or a tall girl. These are the cycle shorts. Now these ones actually I've got in a large, and I don't think, I mean the large fit fine, but I don't think I need to size up to a large, because you've got that excess room and fabric for bump anyway, with them being maternity specific. I think I would be better off with the medium. These are the large. Like I said, the leggings that I've just tried on were medium, and I think they're a slightly better fit. I've also got some, I don't know, are these the same? SoftlyZero Airy. SoftlyZero Airy. Same but different sizes, or I've accidentally ordered two. That's a large. That's a medium. Okay, I thought I'd ordered two of the same by accident. So maybe medium for more now. These are, oh, I think I also ordered them in different leg lengths. Yeah, these are shorter. So I thought these as like a nice short option for if I did do an exercise class or something whereby I want a more floaty short as opposed to a cycle short. And then I went for these ones exactly the same, pretty much, but with a shorter leg length. So again, like I was saying to you before, you've got that option. These also have a bit of a hidden pocket at the back, which is really handy for like throwing in something if you are going out and about on a run or something. So let me try on, I'm going to try on the medium. Oh, medium's a bit of a snug for me. Snug fit for me. These are actually like a layered short as well, so they have the cycle short underneath, but then it's that added layer on top that's a bit more floaty and loose for like if you prefer that extra coverage almost. Yeah, definitely large for me for this style. Day to day I wouldn't wear these. These are, like I said, more of a active, if I'm doing a bit of stretching, a bit of like yoga, where I want maybe a bit more coverage, if I'm feeling a bit self-conscious or want that, then these are just another option essentially. Or even just like a little dog walk or something with an oversized tee thrown over the top. Okay, this is another top option. I will try this on in a second, but I've got some jeans to try and some trousers, so let me try those on first. Oh wow, yeah, compared to the jeans that I've been wearing, having that maternity option does feel far more comfortable, I'm not gonna lie. I don't love the look of it though, so I feel like for me, a maternity jean option like this, where you've got that extra stretch here and a slightly lower on the bump fit, I feel like I would wear these with like a longer tee or a shirt or something, where you're kind of doing it for the jean look on the bottoms, but you don't have this part on show. But very comfortable, very comfy. And these are in a regular length, which are actually on me 5 foot 5'6" I am. They're just about the right kind of length on my ankle. See, these are non-maternity, and I went for them thinking in a large I'll size up, but they're still not quite as low rise as I would need them to be. I still feel like they're a bit snug on my belly, so maybe the maternity option is the better option, because these are already in a large. They're already a bit uncomfortable, but then I couldn't go even bigger because then they'd be too baggy and big on my legs. It's very bizarre having to dress a new body. I do have a white pair, let me just try them on anyway. These are also in that same style, so not the best fit for me. I mean, they fit now, but I can't imagine I'm gonna get much wear out of them. And again, because of how they look on bump, it would be a case of wearing something longer, like a longer t-shirt or something, rather than bump out. And if I'm doing that, I might as well go with the really comfy maternity options that Halara do. Oh yeah, we're definitely chilling around the house in these for sure. These are so comfy. Could I even get away with wearing these to a yoga class, or maybe just doing a yoga from home? Because they're kind of a harem style. They've got a slight gathered bit at the bottom, but wow, these are like pajamas. These are super soft, so stretchy, so much room, but they're not falling down. Oh, I'm gonna live in these. Oh, I'm gonna wear these a lot. But again, more so for comfort, I would say. I'd say they're a bit too casual to be wearing out and about. These are a comfort lounge, because they do have loads of really comfy lounge options. Then if I did want to wear it above bump as well, again, it's got loads of stretch, so we have that flexibility. Recommend these regardless of pregnancy, because super soft, very comfortable. Let me try that other sports top on. Yeah, I've confirmed it with the tops. This is in a medium, and I will keep this for post-pregnancy because I do love their sports tops, but it's already feeling a little bit snug and a little bit too tight and uncomfortable. So officially, I have a large in the tops now in Halara rather than the medium that I've been ordering before. And this is one of their crossover back ones, a really nice airy option for pairing with their leggings, the SoftlyZero leggings, for not just for workouts, but like I said, even just for day-to-day errands. Love, 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 love. Just lastly, I'm just going to cover, because I would probably need nipple covers on with this top. Not that it's see-through, but just because pregnancy boobs change and I feel like I'd need a cover now. But this is also a really nice option for because it's like a wrap over, high neck, low back. A nice option to wear with some smarter trousers, have bump out as well, and have it kind of a little bit like the dish top that I showed you that I ended up sending back because it didn't like quite fit right. This is a far better fit for me. So yeah, I thought I would just show you that as well as a little option. But one thing's for sure, I'm definitely ordering more of the maternity full length leggings. I say full length, they actually again have different leg lengths. They've got the ones I tend to go for are the 7/8, which are just slightly, they sit on your ankle as opposed to having that extra length, which I would say if you're anything above 5'7", I would go for the longer ones. But yeah, thanks to Halara for kindly sponsoring today's video. As always, I will leave all the links. Maternity, non-maternity, everything that I've showed you in this video, I will leave all the links below, along with the discount option for you to be able to save some money. So thanks to them for sponsoring today's video, and let me know anything that you pick up yourself. This just arrived at the door, so I thought I would open it up. It says it's from Hearst, as in like the magazine company. Oh yeah, it is magazine company. Cosmopolitan. This is their beauty box that they do, the summer beauty edit. Let's have a look and see what goodies they've included within here. This is how it arrives. I'm guessing you can buy this now. It's weighty, that's for sure. Find beauty in every day. Cosmopolitan collaboration with Boots. Packed with 14 beauty must-haves, including 12 full-size treats. Look at all the goodies. I'm seeing some brands and products that I already love, including full-sized, might I add, Colour Wow extra large bombshell volumizer. I have some of this left already of mine that I bought myself, and just, this was like one of those products that went viral on TikTok, and for good reason. It really gives you volume. If you like a volume look, try this. You won't be disappointed. It doesn't feel too, you know, sometimes like volume products just feel like sticky hairspray type. It doesn't, it's absolutely fine. So yeah, love that, couldn't recommend that enough. I've got some Brazilian Bum Bum Cream from Sol de Janeiro. Soothing blemish pads. These look like the Medicube ones that I've already got, but this is called MediHeal. Blemish care, 14, wow, you get 14 pads in there, that's pretty good. It's so resealable. Iconic London, again, another, I can just tell what it is from the sound. Prep Set Glow. Oh, Prep Set Blur, I tell a lie, it's the opposite. I've not tried this one before. This is the, like I said, the opposite essentially to Prep Set Glow. So depending on whether you prefer like a glowy, hydrated, dewy look, or sometimes, depending on the weather, I feel like when it's a hot day, I actually would prefer something like this. Prep Set Blur. Bioma. This is their hydrating milky toner. Oh, I need to, this reminds me actually from Benefit, the 24-hour brow setter. I need to get a top up of my brow pencil. I ran out today. So the brow pencil that I use is from Benefit, the Precisely My Brow, so that's their brow setter. And then we've also got a little Milk Makeup Cooling Water gel tint in the shade Chill. Oh wow, yeah, it's like a jelly formula. That reminds me, the colour reminds me of the Benetint, what's it called? Oh guys, what's it called? You know, that the liquid cherry, I think it's just Benetint, no? I don't know. But that reminds me of that shade. We've also got a Jelly Pop Lip Sleeping Mask, a Flora Street Wonderland Peony Eau de Parfum from Huda Beauty, Easy Blur Primer, Smoothing Primer in Bronze Fudge. A primer with a shade. We'll give it a go. Of course, we'll have a look. What else? We've got Beauty by Beauty of Joseon, the Green Plum Refreshing Cleanser, again, a really nice Korean brand. High Protection SPF from Birch Juice Sunscreen, Round Lab. Not heard of that brand before, but it looks Korean. And then Laneige. Oh, nice, yes, I love this. This can go in my lip balm bowl upstairs. In fact, have I already got this one? One's similar. This one's in Strawberry Sprinkles. I'll just put on some Carmex or else I wouldn't put that on. And then last but not least, from Tresemme, the Thermo Sculpt Memory Priming Serum. Apply 1 to 2 pumps to damp hair from mid-lengths to ends. Apply heat and style like a little heat spray. Wow, what a box of goodies. Thank you so much to the team for sending me that.
High fives for miles in spring. Rainbow trout and hummingbird.
Oh yeah, you okay?
Golden.
Come
I'll follow me, golden. Golden things. Gold hair.
Oh, it's so nice to have the doors open when the weather's like this. It's fresh air. Barney can just come and go. Although he's having his breakfast at the minute. It's post-walk breakfast. Yeah, I've just set a towel out for him and he happily just sits there and sunbathes. And it's nice because it's not too hot. It's when it's the 30s that it's uncomfortable for, well, let's face it, for everybody. So yeah, it's like 25 today, I think. Although everyone keeps telling me we're due another heat wave in August. I don't. We're done with the heat. Bring on autumn. Sorry for the summer lovers. Right, I'm going to do my nails, and a few of you have been asking the colour that I've been wearing recently. I've actually worn it the last few times that I've done my nails, so I think I'm just going to stick with it again today. It is, so I tend to use OPI gel. If anyone else does their nails at home or want to do their nails at home, I think the trick to this, especially if you've tried before and struggled, is the lamp. This lamp in, like, specifically has really worked well for me. I've tried other lamps before. it's a bit more of an investment. There are more high-end ones. This one is like a, I would say, a mid-range, accessible price point for like the amount that you save going to the salon. If you're not bothered for nails, then fine, it doesn't really matter anyway. But I hate getting my nails done at the salon, hate it. So it takes out that time. I can change it as and whenever I want. This is the colour currently on my nails. Dolce de Leche it's called, by OPI. It's just a really nice neutral browny pinky colour. So I'm going to go in with that colour again today. I've also put it on my toes. So yeah, I will leave this specific lamp below because if you are wanting to try, and then I leave the other bits that I use on my Amazon storefront. I use basically the prep and polish, which probably do some more from Miley, with these lint wipes to, once I've prepped my nails, i.e. filed them to shape, pushed back the cuticles, done all that, I'll then go over with one of those lint wipes with this, a bit of this, straight in with a layer of base coat, cure for 25, oh no, 2S, is that 45 seconds? Cure for 45 seconds, then I go in with 2 to 3 layers of polish depending on the colour. This one's quite pigmented, so 2 coats of the Dolce de Leche, and then 1 coat of top coat, and in between each layer you cure for 45 seconds, next layer. And then I do have this cuticle oil just to run over them afterwards, but that is my process. I have filmed, I think it's called, if you search for Farrington, My Beauty Routine or something like that, where I just showed you, it is quite an old video, but nothing's really changed with the nails. I think I show you how I do my hair, nails and makeup. I always just refer people back to if ever they ask, because I've kind of detailed it a bit better in that video. But yeah, like I say, it's an older video, but the process is still the exact same. I could do with a bit of a clear out of this bag actually, because there's some colours in here, or brands that I'm not that fussed for. This one's a gorgeous colour, the OPI put it in neutral, but it's quite sheer. So sometimes what I'll do is I'll do like a layer of something like that underneath just to give a bit of pigment so you can't see the white of my nails through. And then this on top as somewhat of a finisher because it's such a beautiful pinky base. That actually with a French tip would be really nice. I'm going to do my nails and I'll show you what they look like after. I'm going to cut them down I think because they're getting a bit too long now.
Dream up a world of pirates, climb the highest tree, fall down. Mama, I'm fine, don't worry. Go back out, you see, sail home, sweet home, where the ships must go to get all cleaned up and put away. Call it a day.
I can't believe I have I've got Christmas prints in these. In fact, I've just remembered these frames were from Disney. Do you remember when I worked with Disney Store? Well, in fact, you might not know. I think it was on Instagram only and it was years ago. And behind all of these Decennial prints are Disney prints. And I've just thought, would they be cute for nursery or playroom? If we make the black, right, I need to talk through house patterns just so that I feel like you guys are caught up with what we're thinking, and also if any of you have any other suggestions, let me just talk and do at the same time, because I'm just going to strip and wash this bedding because my parents are staying. This sofa bed is a king size from Emma, I think we got it from, and I love it. But it is ultimately just a sofa bed. So I think what we're thinking, I need to measure this up as a sofa rather than laid out as a bed. And I'm thinking about putting this sofa bed in my filming wardrobe room if it fits, and having that as a as an option as a spare room for people if they stay over, but as this kind of like secondary option. Where we have currently a bedroom next to our main bedroom, it is a double spare room, so we are going to make that the nursery, so that we have it's the smallest bedroom of the house, and it just means that we've got the nursery right next door to us, and we have the option then we'll get rid of that double bed, we'll just put it on Facebook Marketplace or something, have someone come and collect it. And down here, I know some of you would suggest, oh, why not just move it down here if this is going to stay as a spare room, but this is going to be like our main spare room down here, and it's only a very small double, that bed, whereas obviously, as you can tell, we have the space here to have a king size bed, which I think is more comfortable for hosting people, for like when people stop over. Yeah, move this up to my filming room if it fits, and have it just set out as a sofa in there, unless needed as a bed. Have a proper king size bed down here, probably even switch up the decor in here. So with that being said, this would then become the main guest room, and then this will be in my film room. I've already said this, I'm repeating myself now. Nursery will be next to our room. Potentially the black room, the black front room, that could become half living area, half playroom, or entirely like cozy family room in there that's separate from the kitchen living space, so that, because to be honest with you, when we host people, we're always in that kitchen living area, we never go in the black room. So actually I would prefer the black room to be the room with the toys and things to shut away, and then have the hosting space as the kitchen space, kitchen living space, because that's just naturally what people do. It's just the way it is. When you have a kitchen space that has open plan living, it's just how people congregate, is around the island where there's food and drink. So that's the plan. That is what we're thinking. But yeah, you guys have seen like our empty house tour. Any suggestions on maybe other configurations or other ideas that you might have? Let me know. Washing the bedding for my parents to stop over. And that's the housey updates. I've got a couple of new purchases. I'll go upstairs and show you them once I put this wash load on. That dilemma. I've left a wash in that I forgot was in there. I feel like it needs another wash. Oh, so annoying when you do that. I rarely do that. So for me, I find that really frustrating that I've forgotten to do that. But to be fair, I don't need to put this bedding on until tomorrow anyway. So as soon as this wash is done, we'll pop it in the dryer, get the bedding in so that it's washed, and I'll sort out making the bed tomorrow. Right. Next. An hour and a half. This is one of the purchases that I had that I wanted to show you. Let me know your thoughts. But we've committed now, so even if you don't like it, we're going to go with it. But rather than have, which I've talked about before, this wall needs something. It needs some kind of art, something on the wall. It's just a blank white space. But because we have Barney's bed here, which is the best place for it, it's not going to be moving anywhere else. And I do really love this bed, and he actually really likes it as well. It's from HomeSense. I get asked all the time where this wicker bed is from. Unfortunately, it was one of those lucky HomeSense purchases. But that's going to stay there. I've never really wanted anything, just for like safety and for peace of mind, above his bed that is in like a heavy frame, glass frame, that heaven forbid it were to ever drop and he happened to be in the bed, I would just never forgive myself, honestly. Whereas I did think the two options would be like a lighter canvas, which isn't really going to cause much damage if like worst case scenario were to happen, some kind of light canvas to fill that space, or a tapestry, like a wool rug type thing, which obviously is a soft material, and that's what I've ended up going for. So I found this on Firm Living. We need to actually have it hung. Okay. I don't know. There's a few things I want to get hung around the house, so maybe we'll get like a little handyman in to come and do some odd jobs for us. But this is what I've gone for. Can you see it from back there? I feel like the light's going to be off. So obviously I can't hold it at the height it will be because I'm just not tall enough, if you can hear me back there. But you get the idea. Oh my god, I'm doing a useless job at showing you, but yeah, middle of the wall, a bit higher up, this beautiful wool rug. I'm trying to get the lighting better so that you can see it and see its pattern. There we go. Can you see? So that is going to go on the wall at some point. At some point. Goodness knows when that's going to get done, but we do have, like I said, a few lists of a few bits and bobs jobs that need to get done around the house. So we just need to kind of like wait until we've got enough for someone to come and actually do stuff like that. Because although we could give it a go, look, Tom and I, we're not the most handy of people, okay? We will do a botched job to get it done, and then it'll cause damage or it'll fall down or something will happen, and I'll think, you know what, should have just got the experts in from the get-go. Through here is what I classed as the black room, which again, this side could be nice cozy living space with a divide that I have bought, which I showed you in my last video for home, since that wooden divide thing that goes in between there. Can always section it off and have that kind of more as a playroom set up in here. Have some toys on the bookshelves. Toys, games, puzzles, which we already have some in here anyway. The other things that we have just stored in here are more books. So we could make this more of like a bookshelf feature rather than loads of ornaments, we'll see. Oh, okay, this is something that Barney fetched home from the golf course. And Tom thought I could use as Christmas decor. He's bought me 2 of them. But yeah, loads of books and stuff in there. Nothing organised, as you can tell. It's a bit all higgledy-piggledy. And yeah, needs a bit of a sort through, to be honest. What else have we got? I think I've got like some, Lego house, photo frames, more books. These cupboards, apart from this one at the end, which is organised as games and puzzles. So that is fine. That is what it is. The rest of them are all just stuff that have just not really had a home, and I've just shoved in there and thought we'll go through it at some point. Like I say, spare photo frames and things like that. So all needs a big organise and clear out at some point. There's my Hogwarts castle that's half finished. Still building that. This artwork I love, but I think I want to relocate it to the kitchen living space somewhere. Obviously not above Barney's bed, but on another wall. I really like it. The story behind this I've talked about before. Look at the little puppy dog and my reflection. Hello. This was from South Africa, found in a gallery, an art gallery, and it's, I don't know if it's a print. I think it's a print. I think it's a photo. Tom thought it was a drawing, but it's definitely a photo. And it's signed there. Maybe it's like an original, I'm not sure. It's called Madala by Peter Vosbo. It was a guy that was stood waiting for the bus to go to his daughter's wedding in his best attire. This is like his best outfit, his smart uniform with his cane, walking cane, and that was the wedding gift for his daughter. And a guy saw him, asked his story, photographed him, and that I just think is such a lovely story, especially given that we are such pooch lovers, look at that little doggy. Hopefully he had an amazing life and a happy home. And yeah, otherwise I've just got, so I'm thinking maybe that to be relocated in the kitchen living space. And then if we were to eventually at some point have this as more of a kid-friendly space, we could maybe put those Disney prints up here that I was talking to you about, or just a separate thing to replace that. I've got this little artwork here, which I like. This was just from HomeSense, little HomeSense purchase, I think. Yeah. And then the other artwork we've got in here, the frames were from HomeSense, and I got the prints from Trove Prints. They are not the same, but they kind of complement each other really well. So yeah, I love the fact that we've got some art up in here. I just need to carry that on throughout the rest of the house, really. I feel like there's lots of blank walls, so we'll get shopping for some more artwork and bits and bobs, frames to pop on the walls, and then once we've got a few more, we'll get a handyman in to come and properly fit them all for us, not just do a command strip job without a leveler, which is what I've done with that. And to be fair, it's not too bad, I don't think. But it is a small one, so anything bigger I don't trust myself with. The HomeSense chair that I got in the last video, which is getting delivered tomorrow actually, that will go for now, that will go here in this section as an extra seating space, but like I said, with the option of it potentially moving up to the nursery if we were to have it as like a kind of rocking chair up there. Because it is on like a swivel and it has a recliner, I think it would be quite a nice one to have in there, but also in here as well. Good morning. Me and my little comrade are on a walk this morning. I thought, well actually I forgot as soon as I left the house. I was going to bring like my Blackberry harvester and a punnet to collect some blackberries or a bag or something. I've only got poo bags, so I'm going to make do. But I've seen loads of blackberries, so I thought I could harvest some and forage some, harvest some, and maybe even make a blackberry and apple crumble. One of my faves. So we'll see. What berries are these? Anyone have an idea what they are? Let me know. There's loads of them. I don't know if you can see there, the damsons. I think, are these damsons? Starting to come through as well. Can you see them? They look like huge grapes at the minute, but I think they're obviously not quite ready just yet. And then what are these ones? What's this tree? Let me show you. You can see them a bit higher up. Any ideas what they are? But look at the amount. This is just thick brambles. There are so many blackberries ready to pick. I always aim for the higher up ones so the wildlife can get the ones lower down, but I feel like they're just about ready now because a lot of them have turned black already. So I might just select a few juicy looking ones. Don't need too many. Let's see what we can do with them. I feel like with blackberries as well, you'll always see the juiciest ones right at the back. Like that is a good bunch of blackberries, but I can't reach it. I feel like that should be about the right amount. I'm just going to soak these, pop them in the fridge, and hopefully create a masterpiece with these later, because Crumble is one of my absolute favourite desserts. Just packing up some vintage orders that some of you purchased in my last video where I showed like a bit of a wardrobe clear out. Honestly, by this, so video was going live at 5 PM on Wednesday and started posting things a couple of hours before that. Only a few items left currently, which so yeah, a lot of items actually sold before that video went live, so apologies if you missed anything. If there are any few random bits left, then I'll leave my Vinted below. But yeah, they just went so quick. I need to do some more Vinted. I think it's because I like listings quite affordable. I just want them gone. But for anyone that did purchase anything, thank you. I'm happy to know that they're going to a good home where they'll get worn, hopefully, rather than be sat in the back of my wardrobe. It does take time though, Vinted, doesn't it? Oh, you'll have to excuse my out of breathness from, well, just from climbing the stairs really. And the pregnancy. I've just spent some time out in the garden, which has actually been really lovely. The fact that it's a bit overcast today is good because it's not like that direct sunlight. Even though it is warmer temperatures, it's just, yeah, the breeze and everything is lovely. And the fact that it's overcast has meant that I've been able to get on my laptop and do some editing and bits and bobs outside. So yeah, I've just been doing that, waiting for my chair to be delivered, which has been delivered, so I'll show you that in a second. But I thought as well, there's just a couple of parcels where I want to put the cardboard away in the recycling. I thought I haven't opened these yet, so I thought I could open them with you. Well, I've kind of opened them in that I've taken it out of its main box, this one, but I saw this and I was like, does that say FF or TF for Tom and Freya, or FF, Freya Farrington? And then I realised it's Too Faced. But they've sent this, obviously, peach PR, which is so nice. I mean, there's a little squishy key ring in there. Too Faced products, I've actually got their bronzer at the minute, the chocolate one. They do smell lovely. Bizarre that they smell so good for a makeup product. Like this palette, it will all smell peachy, but it smells so fruity. This is the makeup palette that they've sent. Some gorgeous colours in there. A hydrating setting spray, loose setting powder, and a hydrating face primer. So thanks Too Faced for sending that. The Peach Era returns. And then going from peach to chocolate, we've got this from Max Factor. I'm assuming this is their, yeah, Swipe Melt Blur. This will be their, I think, their Mellow Blur lip products, but in new shades. It literally looks like a box of chocolates. Oh my goodness, look, so much in here. Look how many products they've sent. So they've sent these new shades: Chai Fudge, Nude Praline, and Cacao Blend. The Long Lash Era, I love this mascara. What shade is that? Chocolate. I've actually got a chocolate one on the go currently. The brown I just think is nice and soft, especially like days like today where I'm lighter makeup, like not much, just to have a chocolate. I've got it on today. Mascara, it helps. They also do a black brown one as well if you like that in between. And then we've got some liners. The Wow Liner Chocolate Brown, Lip Shader Icy Rose, and Toasted Cinnamon, along with their Chocolate Glow Lip Glaze. This might be a bit too dark for me, but I might try it anyway. Should we actually try one of the lip liners? I feel like this one might be quite a nice shade for me. This is their shade Icy Rose. It is a nice shade for my lips because it is that 1 to 2 shades darker than my natural colour. I'd say it's a bit more pinky than I'd usually go for. Chocolate Glow. Yeah, I'd say it's not the best match with this lip liner, given that the lip liner is more rosy and this is very brown. Probably a shade too dark for me. And then last but not least, from the Body Shop, they basically sent this, what is like a picnic hamper with some products in. Serving all your summer vibes. I thought it said sewing then. Sewing all your summer vibes. Is this a layer as well? No? It is a layer. And another layer. Oh my goodness. Vanilla Hand Balm, Shower Gel, and their Body Butter. A Body Shop Body Butter. Is that not just the biggest throwback ever? And then we've got some Born Lippies in Strawberry Jam, Watermelon Sorbet, Caramel Cream. I'm gonna actually blot off this and try this lip oil. This dress, do you recognise this from the market that I got in France? It was one of the little linen dresses that I picked up in Nice. Anyway, the Aurora Shimmer Mist, the Golden Glow Lip Oil, and the Golden Hour Shimmer Body Oil. All very summer appropriate. Let's have a look at this lip oil. I love a lip oil. And this one has a bit of glitter in it. Oh yeah, you can actually see the glitter flecks. That's nice. A nice formula. Yeah, I really like that. I'm going to add that actually straight to my little lip balm bowl, given that I've added a slight yellowy colour in within the pinks. With the pinks, I'll throw that in there too. This is still the one that I tend to reach for most, the Kylie Skin vanilla caramel lip butter. It's just a really nice formula. I think it's skincare within the product as well. Look at my dress. Let me show you the chair. Look, can you see it's on a swivel? So I've just changed it a bit there. But I think for now, it can sit in this bay window, and then as and when we get round to doing nursery updates, I might try and move this upstairs to that room because of the swivel, the recline, and the, do they call it glide? Swivel, glide and recline. Yeah, it is a really nice nursing option. Just throw a little extra cushion on there. Oh, so comfy. And then, like I said, it swivels. Woohoo! It's so fun. It's just so comfy though. You sink right into it. And then there is also a, on the side, a recline option. Oh yeah. Yes, yes, yes. I can sleep here. It's so comfy. And it was $3.99. What a fab HomeSense purchase. You see my artwork there as well. That is going to go on the, I've already told you this, haven't I, on the wall upstairs. Although having said that, I was saying to Tom it actually would suit that wall quite nicely. But no, I think that's definitely going to go upstairs in our bedroom. It just suits the tones of our bedroom really nicely. I might get it up there and it might clash with the wall colour or something and I change my mind and I at least have a secondary place in mind for it. But I just love the wooden framing for it. It is lovely, lovely jubbly. Crumble time. For my crumble recipe, I loosely follow the BBC Good Food recipes. The only thing I do with crumble is pretty much double the crumble topping amount that they suggest, or at least just be a little extra heavy-handed. And also when I'm using the flour, oh, I forgot to get the flour out. Oh no, I've just picked up some plain flour. And the butter. When you're making the crumble with your fingers, I quite like big chunks rather than it being really powdery and crumbly. And that's just personal preference. Some people might prefer that. I personally prefer thicker chunks so that when they get cooked in the oven on the top, you get those big lumps of crumble, because let's face it, we all love a crumble because of the crumble more than anything. So I've got my blackberries that I've picked. I've got some Raven apples. I might not use all three. I might just use 2 of those. I have got some brown sugar that I might sprinkle in with the crumble topping. Otherwise, some just golden sugar. Any sugar really will do. But cinnamon as well, I like to add to mine. And I guess we'll get going. Preheat the oven. Tip 120 grams of plain flour. My scales. These scales are perfect because they take up no room. I'll link them below. 120 grams of plain flour and 60 grams of sugar into a large bowl. We'll do 200 grams and some. And then instead of 60 grams of sugar, I will add a bit extra. Do like 100. I don't agree with this one. This one's saying you sprinkle that mixture over a baking sheet, bake for 15 minutes until lightly coloured. Meanwhile, for the compote, peel, blah, blah, blah. I don't like that. I like to add it all in one go. So I'm not gonna do that. Let me have a look at the apple crumble recipe that I've used in the past that has been good. This is what I mean by like, I just kind of like loosely follow. Let's stick that to one side for now. 60 grams of butter. No, let me just add the butter so that I know that that's done. When I was out picking blackberries and taking Barney for a walk, there was a stretch of woodland which was kind of a bit enclosed. You know, I was by myself and these 2 guys, one on a bike, I would say they were probably about 19, 20 maybe. They were walking behind me. Like I said, one of them was on a bike. And you know that feeling that you get of just uneasiness? I had that. And I was like, I've got Barney with me. They kept whizzing past me, well the one on the bike did, but then well, not whizzing, but like going past me, but then turning around and going back. So I was like, well, maybe they're just like riding the bike, like being boys or whatever. But the guy behind who was walking, you know, I'm walking at a slow pace. I'm not a fast walker by any means, especially not at the minute. So I was kind of like walking at like a slow pace, waiting for him to overtake me. He was matching my pace, and that's what made me feel really uneasy. And anyway, this guy, I kept like looking behind, more so because of the bike like not getting in the way of Barney so that he wasn't in his way. And thankfully I saw a guy walking 2 dogs, and I was like, right, okay, well, I'm not alone, there's someone behind them who's walking their dogs. Anyway, this guy eventually caught up to us, and he actually told the 2 guys off because he felt that they were being inappropriate, the fact that they were following me the way they were. He was suspicious of the fact that potentially they were looking to rob me or whatever, and looking out for me, and I just really appreciated that. And the guys got a bit mouthy with him, so he got mouthy back, and so I'm just like head down, kept on walking as if like I'm not involved in this whatsoever. And he says, stop being intimidating, F off, you know, like stop just going up and down like this, you need to just F off, basically, is what he was saying. And then the guy sort of, like I said, started getting mouthy back to him and saying, well, now you're intimidating me. And he was saying, because you're being intimidating. He said, well, now you're intimidating me, shouting at me like this. And he says, I'm going to actively keep going and keep riding my bike up and down and blah, blah, blah. And then anyway, they went off, and the guy said to me, sorry for swearing. And I was like, no, I actually appreciate you saying something, because if I had a son that age, or a brother, I've even spoken to Tom about it, if you have no, because obviously I know Tom, I know my brother, if you have no intention of being intimidating and it's just not even something that you're thinking about, then definitely, like if you have a son out there at that age, or even younger, or older, make them aware of how it can make you feel as a woman when you're by yourself. It can feel a bit intimidating, or even not a wooded area, but say if you're walking along a street. I would say to Tom, if ever you're in that situation where you're behind someone and you're at a similar pace to them and they're by themselves, either speak up and say, excuse me, do you mind if I go past? Just didn't want to seem intimidating or anything, if I can just scoot past. And then I would appreciate that and just go, yeah, of course. And I'd step to one side, let them go, so then I can just walk at my own pace and breathe. Or if there's an option to cross the street so that you're not walking directly behind them. And I just really appreciated that guy speaking up in that moment. So even though they hadn't done anything yet, just that alone is intimidating and can be intimidating. Thank goodness it was like light as well, because had it been dark, you know, they're in all black clothes, one with a hood up, one with like, not a balaclava on, but like one of those scarves that you could pull up. And it is scary, it is intimidating. So yeah, just shout out to that guy standing up for me when there was no need to. He didn't have to, but I appreciated him doing that. Right, let's crack on. And this one says you can just put it straight in the pie dish, but I do remember last time just softening it a little bit on the hob. And then this recipe, which is just a plain apple crumble one, does say put it straight in the thing, in the pie dish. Pour the crumb mix over the apples straight in the preheated oven for 30 to 40 minutes. Oh my goodness, can you hear that bubbling away? Well, you can certainly see it, but I just added a tiny little bit of extra crumble on top, a little added bit with some brown sugar, so they're the little brown bits, I should say. But otherwise, this is looking and smelling delicious. And if nothing else, baking this to make your house smell amazing, absolute best hack ever. Not only does it taste delicious, the kitchen now smells incredible. I am a serve with double cream kind of girl. Second to that, vanilla ice cream. Absolutely not custard. Let me know of those three, which are you? I want to just dive in now, but I'm going to wait till it cools and have a bit later with the fam. But it smells